Have you ever wondered how children already know how to suck by the time they are born? Well, stay with me as I walk you through what happens to the fetus during the second trimester. By the second trimester of pregnancy, you should have started adapting to the whole being pregnancy thing. Morning sickness lessens and extreme breast tenderness ease off. Your pregnancy bump also becomes more obvious, but the good thing is that as your belly is increasing, your baby is also growing. By the 13th week of pregnancy, your baby can now make urine and releases the urine to the surrounding amniotic fluid. The baby's bones are beginning to harden, but the skin still looks thin and transparent. By the 14th week of pregnancy, the baby's neck is more defined and the red blood cells are forming in the spleen. For some babies, the sex may become obvious by the 14th week, but for others, the sex becomes obvious in coming weeks. By the 15th week, the baby continues to grow and the bones keep developing. The baby's head becomes erect, the eyes can slowly move, and the ears are now taking their final position. The skin also becomes thicker, and the baby begins to move their limb. The only thing is that this movement is so small that you, the mother, may not be able to feel it. By week 17, the baby becomes more active and may flip or roll from time to time. Week 18, the baby's ears are now by the side of the head and the baby can now hear sounds. The digestive system also begins to function. By week 19, the baby develops a protective coating called vernix caseosa to protect the delicate skin. For female babies, the uterus and vaginal canal are now forming. By week 20, your movements and external noise can wake the baby from sleep. You may also begin to feel the baby's movement at this point. By week 21, the baby develops the sucking reflex and can now suck his or her thumb. You see how these babies learn how to suck even while they are in your womb. In week 22, the baby's hairs are now visible, and for male children, the testes begin to descend. In week 23, the baby can now begin to experience hiccups, which can make them to jerk. The baby also has rapid eye movements, and ridges on the palm and the sole of the feet begin to form. These ridges form the basis for the child's DNA on the palm and the sole of the feet. By week 25, the baby may be able to recognize familiar sounds like the sound of your voice. And since you know your baby can hear you at this point, you may want to say good things to that child. In week 26, the lungs develop and function, and by week 27, the nervous system matures and the skin looks smoother. In the second trimester, the umbilical cord continues to thicken as it carries nutrients to your baby. Harmful substances can pass from the umbilical cord to your unborn child, so you still want to avoid tobacco, alcohol, and unprescribed drugs. By the second trimester, you should have already enrolled for antenatal care. However, if you just got pregnant and you want askNivi to recommend a hospital for you where you could go to for antenatal care, just click the link in our bio. Whether you just got pregnant or not, you should sign up for askNivi's free pregnancy guide by clicking the link in our bio as well. askNivi is wishing you a successful pregnancy and delivery. One last thing, askNivi can also remind you about your next antenatal visits. So yes, sign up for the free pregnancy guide.